Hello everybody, and welcome to my first ever current household for The Sims 3. Throughout my current playthrough of my completionist challenge, I have been kind of dropping hints about my current household, and I figured it was finally time to actually give an update. If you don't know what the Super Sim Legacy Challenge is, let me introduce it to you real quick. Let's pull up the rules. This is by Lizzie Lily, I think. I found these set of rules online. I was just Googling around, trying to find a pretty, challenging challenge, but also not just a regular legacy challenge or rags to riches, 100 baby. I wanted something a little bit different, one that I definitely haven't played through before. And if you want to read through, I will leave the link to this in the description below. However, it's essentially you're going through every single expansion pack and I guess also the base game, completing all of the lifetime wishes, all of the careers introduced, the skills. For the base game, I'm not going to make sure I have every single trait because that's a lot. Also, I like to randomize my traits. You make sure you play through all the occults and complete all the deaths. I am currently still on the base game, but over here is my tracker spreadsheet that I just made. Well, not just made, that I made personally. And as you can see, the green is that I'm done with it. Blue is in progress, like I'm tracking it. And just the white is I haven't even started to think about it. So as you can see, all but 2 of the lifetime wishes I've either completed or started on. The careers, the only one that I haven't touched is medical and professional sports. Actually, this is gonna change. Actually, let me just update this real quick because I forgot to update that. Also, I'm so sorry for the ugly colors, but this is just so I wanted to get high contrast colors so that if it's on my second screen, I don't have to really look too hard. It'll be bam right there. You can see clearly what is done, what is not done, and what's in the process. So yeah, this is what it is. Oh, actually, another thing to update. I am working on the collection skill. There is a bug though that I will talk about in a little bit with that one. So that one's probably not going to be. Oh shoot, that one's probably not going to be finished all the way by the end, as well as the. Oh, I'm also working on the fishing skill. I don't have any bugs with that one yet, but I have the Sims Tree app. I have gone through and actually, put in everybody's pictures and all their relationships. But the thing is that I didn't do this until the 3rd generation. So the 2nd generation, I don't have any pictures of because I don't really take a lot of pictures in game, but I'm trying to change that. I really am. So this is our current family tree. I can bring it up actually in game, but I feel like this is a pretty good overview. Our 1st generation is, our founder was Laura Blackburn and she got married to Jared Frio in Sunset Valley. And then they had 4 kids together. I am also playing with matriarchy rules, so my heir has to be female. And they had 3 boys, and then finally the youngest, Violet here, is who we continued on with. 3rd generation, there was only 2 kids, Camilla and Florian, and then for this 4th generation, we have 5 kids. If you look at my names and see that they're a little kind of weird, or at least the Sims that I created and I named, they actually all have Roman names, or at least Roman origin names, which I thought was kind of fun to do. I like to try to have a naming theme, but considering that there's very few actual Roman names that they used during classical Rome, I will have to start to move to Roman inspired names. So actually Violet is a Roman inspired name, as well as Laura is a Roman inspired name, but the rest have for the most part been actual Roman names. Okay, that being said, let's get back into my game and I can show y'all around a little bit more. So here we have our house. Oh, wait. Here we have our house. I also, if you've noticed, I've installed Reshade, and I'm kind of testing it out, as well as the clean UI. I'm not sure how much I love the clean UI, I'm gonna be honest. This is my lot as of right now. It is not pretty. It's not pretty. It's functional. It's extremely functional with some decoration. But yeah, we can dive in and look at the in-game the in-game family tree. Like I said, we have our founder here, Laura, who married Jared Frio. They indeed had 4 kids here. I also would like to note that I don't have NRAS story progression on. I do have it installed, I don't have it on. And, you know, I haven't run into any problems with the town not being populated, which is amazing. I love that. I feel like that's something that's probably going to change as we install more and more expansion packs. But for now, it's doing really good. And honestly, I think this first generation, or not first generation, the base game is probably the longest I will ever stay in a singular town, because we are still in Sunset Valley. I haven't made any changes to any of the lots. I haven't added anything in. I haven't taken anything out or edited any of the lots. They are as is. I don't even think I've edited any of the houses or placed any new Sims. It's all pretty well populated. So yes, we did have 4 kids. We had Silas, we had Felix, we had Miles, and we had Violet. In my tracker, if you saw, some of these Sims have done multiple lifetime wishes, right? They've completed multiple lifetime wishes, and I have decided that that's an okay thing to do, because if I didn't, I feel like I would have a full 10 generations trying to complete all of the lifetime wishes and limiting each Sim to only 1 wish. So essentially what I did was whatever child that I had, I would look at their traits and say like, okay, what can I get completed with you? And I tried to complete, minimum of 1 lifetime wish and maximum of, I think, like 3. And once they finished what I wanted them to do, I moved them out. Sometimes I set them up with a partner. Sometimes I just let them, do their own thing. But I don't want to go through every single Sim and what I had them complete, because that would take forever. But just know that these Sims have gotten multiple things done, and that their lineage is still continuing down. I think there's actually more, because they definitely have more cousins than just Margaret. Sure. Jared, of course, has a child with Claire Yersin. I don't know how to pronounce that last name, but they had Hayden, and then Hayden had Frederick, and I think, that's the end of their line. Oh, she got together with Sam Sekimoto, which is a toddler when you first start off Sunset Valley. So our first child got together with Aurora, which is the wolf child. My Morgana and Thornton had a child, Aurora, and then they had their son Kenneth Blackburn. Kenneth got together with a Keaton child, a 3rd generation Keaton child. I think it's interesting. I think these 2, Ben Harper and Evelyn Harper, were like randomly generated and moved into the town. And so they had Chelsea Keaton, which Leonard Keaton and Chelsea Keaton had AJ Keaton, and then Kenneth and AJ has now had Margot. That's probably it. These 2 also had Jonathan Keaton, and they don't have any further lineage. Then we had Felix, Felix was our guitarist. This one took freaking forever to do, because for a while my opportunities for the guitarist skill, the guitarist skill line was not automatically generating. So I had to, once I figured that out, I had to go in and manually have them trigger with NRAS. And if you don't know, one of the skill challenges for the guitar skill is play at 10 parties or something like that. But it's not like an actual Sim Throne party. It's very deceiving. It's actually just completing 10 opportunities that have to do with the guitar skill. So Felix got together with Heidi Blackburn, which I think is another randomly generated family here. And then they had Terrence and Sebastian, which, so these are the current 4th generation's cousins, but they're not the same generation, if that makes sense. They're just younger 3rd generation. And then we had Miles. Miles was the writer. I remember him doing the writing skill and also Jack of all trades. I know I said I wouldn't go through and say who did what, but I'm trying to remember who did what. So they had one son, Alberto Blackburn. Sadly, Both of his parents have passed away, and he's a high schooler. I don't know if he's living by himself. I think he's living with like an aunt or something. He's living with some Keaton family. Okay, and then we have Violet, who was the heir of our second generation. She got together with Frances Blackburn, which is the child of Hank and Pauline Wan. And then they had Camilla and Florian. Violet, by the way, I think she did The Chess Legend. She did her main career was law enforcement. She also did the super popular Lifetime Wish. She did quite a bit, honestly, in her time with us. Oh, she did the international. Oh, okay, so I remember what I did with her. I had her get to the level 10 in the special agent branch initially for the law enforcement career, and then I had her quit and then rejoin the law enforcement career and get to level 10 in the forensic branch. So I had her double dip with law enforcement, but honestly, it was pretty smooth. I didn't have to worry about her not completing it in time. And then Francis here, what did I have him do? I had him, let me see. Oh, I had him reach level 8 of the business career, and he maxed out the business career as well. And I think, is that all that I had him do? And I also had him do the journalism career initially. That's right. Okay, so I had him reach level 10 of the journalism career, and he finished that like in his early adulthood. Like once he turned into an adult, he finished it pretty early on. And so I was like, it's kind of a waste if I didn't have him do anything else. So I had him quit the journalism career and join the business career, and he maxed that one out pretty easily because the business career is not that hard to level up in. So then they had only 2 kids because I was like, the second generation was quite a lot, having to manage 4 adults and their careers at the same time, as well as, Violet's spouse and, the children. Honestly, when you have 4 kids all at once, it's not that overwhelming. Like the toddler stage, the child stage, the teenager stage, it's all pretty easy to deal with. It's once they get into young adulthood, when you actually want them to start working on things and making sure that they're not just sitting around playing video games all day long. That's what was hard for me. Just trying to manage everybody at the same time. But we had 2 kids for the third generation. We had Camilla and Florian. Florian, I had him work on the charisma, charisma, painting, and guitar skill, because there's 2 lifetime wishes that pretty much coincide with each other. What is it? It's the golden tongue, golden fingers, and it's the master of the arts. So you're mastering painting, guitar, and charisma to get those 2 lifetime wishes done. And then there's another one that's the Renaissance Sim, master 3 different skills. So you could get that one done. You could get all those 3 done by just mastering those 3 skills. Unfortunately, Violet already had finished the Renaissance Sim lifetime wish. She did so much. She also did the Tinkerer, which is master the handiness and logic skill. So she's done a lot. She was alive for a while. I did make use of the Death Flower. I don't know if that was against the rules. I don't remember reading that it was against the rules to use the Death Flower. I'd like to mention that Laura, I think she was in the science career, and she started a garden, and so we essentially got all the different gardenables. Is that what it's? Growables? I don't know. We got all the plants that you could possibly plant, and as well as the omni plant, cheese, steak, all of those extra ones that you can't buy at the grocery store, and the Death Flower and Life Fruit. I haven't used the Life Fruit. I have a lot of it. I haven't used any of it, but I have been using the Death Flower just to, make sure that if my elders have started a new goal, that goal is finished. I try not to use it too much, but I also give one to my heir to make sure nothing unfortunate happens to them before I'm ready for them to go. So yeah, Camilla has been working mostly on popping out all these kids. She did accomplish the perfect private aquarium, which you can kind of see leftovers here. We did have the perfect private aquarium, which is have the 13 perfect species of fish displayed in fish bowls. She also, her original lifetime wish, though, was to be a gold digger. I had her just choose a random sim that was an elder, a single random sim in town that was an elder, marry them, and waited for them to die. They died of old age. She didn't like, specifically kill them. But it turns out that the sim that you marry doesn't have to be rich by themselves, as long as your household is rich, right? So I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that. I thought they had to be rich, so I was kind of, going out on a limb trying to see if this would work, because the elder that I chose was not rich by himself. Anyways, so, and she's also working on the collecting skill and the fishing skill right now. She is also employed in the military career. She's level 7. I'm sorry if that's kind of hard to read with Reshade and the clean UI, but she is military level 7. I don't know if she's going to get the collecting done. I had her continue the garden that was skipped a generation, right? The second generation didn't touch the garden at all. But I had her kind of revive the garden, and we ended up getting all of the plants in our collection journal. And then the fish, I think we have all the fish, yes. So the insects is kind of unfortunate because we're so close to being done. I think there's only 1, 2... Oh, it's only the 2. Okay, so she literally only needs 2 insects before I can call this insect journal done. However, she's bugged. Every single time I have her try to go collect another bug or insect, she gets reset back to the lot, and there's nothing I can do. Like, I've tried to reset her, I've tried to clean the file, etc., etc. But honestly, I feel pretty okay with only missing 2. Oh no, 3. Sorry. The only one that, is really hard to get is this rainbow butterfly. So I'm not super upset about it. With the gems, all we have left is the rainbow gem, and then all we have left for metals is the plutonium. For the collection statistics, like I said, we're not going to be able to finish the butterfly collector or the firefly collector. I also haven't seen any fireflies in my game at all, so I don't know actually how to do that one, but I don't think it would matter because it counts as an insect and she literally cannot collect any more insects, and I don't want to start over on a different sim. All we have left though is the awesomest rock collector in the universe. Let's find all the space rocks. I think, does it say unique rocks analyzed? So we have 85%, we're almost done. And then the metal collector, we only have 1 more, and the gem collector, we only have 1 more. So we're making pretty good progress on that. The fishing skill, like I said, is the last one that we have left, and I think it's just the catch at least 350 fish, and she's only caught 131. So I feel like we're going to be using these death flowers quite a bit for her, just to keep her going for a little bit longer. She just turned into an elder, so she has some time before she even has to use a death flower, but at the same time she is military level 7, so I'm still trying to get that up, and on her off days I have her go out and collecting and fishing and everything. So yeah, that's our 3rd generation heir, Camilla. She did marry Carlos Blackburn. Now Carlos comes from a long lineage of Sunset Valley residents. So initially his grandmother and grandfather are Jack and Judy Bunch. They had Darlene. And Darlene actually married Mirage Alvey, whose father is Iqbal Alvey. So he comes from the Alvey family and the Bunch family, right? Yeah, Bunch family. And they had 2 kids. They had Luciana Alvey and Carlos Blackburn. The thing about these 2 is that they're enemies, I think, and he needed to do that for his career. His career is, he's in the politics career, and I had an opportunity pop up saying, become enemies with Luciana Alvey to get a promotion. And so I ended up doing that, and now they're enemies, but Luciana is engaged to a Keaton, which is kind of weird because his sister is, engaged or partners with one of our descendants. So I don't know what that makes them, but it feels yucky. And that's all I can say. Anyways, Florian here is the 3rd generation. I wouldn't even say backup because we didn't even have a backup. We only had one female, so Florian is part of the 3rd generation. Did I already go over him? I think I did. Yeah, he was the one who did all three skills. Yeah, got it. Okay. Anyways, on to the 4th generation. There's so many Sims. This is a very talky episode. Apologies for that. I mean, I don't know what you expect a current household to be besides talky, but you know. We have our firstborn, which is Marcus. He is currently in the athletic career. Ooh. I'm not gonna save, okay. Marcus is currently in the athletic career, and that's all I have for him, since we already have the athletic skill completed by an earlier sim. I think it was Silas, our 2nd generation firstborn. And I feel like I didn't go into too much detail into the 1st and 2nd generation, but it's fine. Anyways, all you need to know is that he's doing the professional sports. He's a level 5, and I think that's really all I have him doing. Our 2nd born of the 4th generation, and who I think is going to be our heir. I'm not 100% positive, but this is Julia. She is the reason why she's our heir is because she has really good genetics and she's really pretty. So that's why I wanted her to be it. Anyways, her lifetime wish is the Heartbreaker. I have never played this lifetime wish, surprisingly, so it's been kind of fun. I do have a requirement because I don't want it to be just easy, like, oh, let's start dating. Oh, break up immediately. I have a requirement that she has to take them at least on one great date, and in that date, you have to go to 2 different community lots and do something like, you know, go out to eat at the restaurant, or go see a movie, or go tour the theater, go see a concert, you know, one like event, you know, so they're not just sitting there talking the entire time, or like only talking, you know, they're doing something together. If I had seasons installed, I would make them go to, you know, like the festival and, you know, do stuff there. Or if I had late night installed, I would have them go out to a bar or something like that. But, you know, it's only the base game, so we do what we can. So right now she has 4 out of 10 Sims, so she's a little under halfway there, and she's doing pretty good. I thought she was going to be the ugly duckling when she was younger, but I was proven wrong. So our next born is actually twins. We have Cornelia and Claudia. So Cornelia here, her traits don't really match up too well to what I want her to do, but she does have the virtuoso trait, which is great, and she wants to be a rock star, so she wants to reach level 10 in the rock branch of the music career, and it's one of the few lifetime wishes I have left. So I threw her in there because she had the virtuoso, and I think the party animal trait kind of plays into that, you know, sort of storyline. They just aged up into, the twins just aged up into young adults. And so the second twin is Claudia. She rolled the evil trait, so I threw her into the becoming a master thief. I was really hoping for kleptomaniac, but she got evil, and I will, you know, I'll take it. She doesn't look too evil, but she is, I promise. She's evil. So she's going to be in the criminal career in the thief branch. And then our last sim here is Quintus, and I figured I've done almost everything else in the base game except adopt. And I didn't want Camilla to continue to be on maternity leave forever, having another, like getting pregnant again, having another child, etc., etc. So we just adopted. She only got, I think, 1 extra day of maternity leave, but that wasn't too bad. And so Quintus here, if you don't know, Quintus literally means 5th born, so thought that was kind of cool. He is missing a trait. That's interesting. But I think the last lifetime wish that I have left is the become a surgeon. And the last career that I have is the medical career. So regardless of his traits, I am throwing him in there. Oh, I forgot to mention that Julia here, she does have a part-time job, because that's one of the jobs that I haven't maxed out is a part-time job, which I thought was funny. Yeah, that's all of my Sims here. The house is not cute. Not cute at all. We have a bunch of cars because I got tired of paying for taxis. We can see this is Violet's old police car that we still have in use. And here's the remains of our family garden here. We still have the money trees going strong, honestly, and the omni plants as well, but this onion plant and the flame fruit are the last two remnants of, the garden. I did put out this cheese and these links to put into the omni plants, which I don't know if I'll still do because we don't really need it anymore. Because Carlos's career was the political career, he needed to do a lot of campaign fundraisers. So this was a little party section out back. Over here is a little outhouse where I was gonna make this kind of like a mausoleum sort of thing where we put like all of the relics of all the base game generations, yeah. But right now all I have out is the, hey, good job, you maxed it out, skill certificates. Because I got tired of all of the ghosts coming out and messing with everything, and they kind of glitched stuff out. It caused a lot of lag, so they're in the family inventory. I don't have, all of the non-heir and spouses tombstones. They're all at the cemetery, which I will probably grab before we head out to the next town. I also haven't decided what the next town will be. We'll see. So here we have the the living room and the dining room. It's not very cute. We have this weird long hallway that has like all the kids' toys and the aquariums just strewn about along the sides. This kitchen was actually one of those blueprint kitchens because I could not be bothered. I think where are the blueprints? Oh, here we go. Yeah, it was one of these kitchens because I really couldn't be bothered. It was this one to put in to place and do my own kitchen. This is, let me see. This is Marcus's bedroom. It was originally Laura's bedroom once she was widowed. This was the nursery. This is Camilla's and Carlos's bedroom. This is, what's her name? Julia's bedroom. This is the twins' bedroom. And this was originally Violet's master bedroom. And it was, this is the one room that I actually decorated and spent time on, but since she passed and I really didn't feel like redecorating it, it's now Quintus's bedroom with her nice gothic, giant ensuite. But yeah, I think that's really it. It's not anything special. It ain't cute, but it's mine. And that's what we have going on. Yeah, we're on the 4th generation, and I think that this is going to be the last generation that's in the base game, hopefully. But we will see. I hope that I don't have to do anything else. I mean, the main things that I have left to do, let me open back up my spreadsheet. The main things that I really have to do is the world-renowned surgeon. Oh, I forgot to mark this one as, I think Claudia is the one who's doing this. And then again, the medical career. I need a playable ghost. So I haven't been getting this opportunity, so I might trigger it with Inras, like I did all of the guitar opportunities. So I can fulfill this one, and then I have these 3 deaths that I haven't done. Yes, Jared was starved to death because I figured I needed all the deaths, and then I forgot that I needed all the deaths after the 1st generation, so still gotta work on these. Which they're not that hard to do, especially since we have 5 people in the 5th generation. So yeah, it's not too bad. And then the next one will be World Adventures, of course. I don't know where I'm going to move them in the base world. I think I'm probably going to move them to a store world and then have them travel from there. So World Adventures will hopefully be starting on the 5th generation of this family. And maybe I will check back in when we get there. Or maybe when we get a little bit into the 5th generation. Because I think it might be 2 generations to finish all of this. Maybe 2 to 3? I don't know. I'm not sure. But anyways, I think that's going to do it. Let me switch back. Here we go. I think that's going to do it for this current household. I know there wasn't a lot of playing, it was just a lot of talking and explaining and etc, etc. But yeah, I just wanted to give everybody a little update. I know this is a different video from normal. It's quite talky and my throat is quite dry now. But let me know what y'all think about the reshade, because I can... what is the toggle? I don't remember maybe it's F10? Oh yeah, so this is what it looks like without reshade. It's quite dark. And then this is with it on. It's a little bit more vibrant. The edge smoothing is a little better. Shadows are a little bit more contrasted. The only thing is that I'm not so sure about the clean UI. Because even with the reshade off, it's still a little hard to read, which I don't love. But let me know what y'all think, and yeah. Thank you everybody so much for watching. If you liked the video, please leave a like. If you are not subscribed, please consider doing so because it helps me out a lot. And I hope to see you in the next video. Bye!